Ladies and gentlemen, the last few weeks in WWE, something has been afoot. Something is just off. There are a lot of changes, a lot of positive changes, some questionable ones, but all I know is a panic button has been hit and we need to dissect it right here, right now. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to join us on our journey with all of our wrestling content we provide for you. Let us know if you want to see anything new, any kind of different videos you want to see. We want to, bring you the best content out there. So let us know in the comments what you want to see. Until then, I'll keep doing what I'm doing and I hope you like it. Let's just start by, let me get comfortable. I just want to have a conversation. So I don't know what changed. I mean, I do, but WrestlePalooza failed miserably, in my opinion. It terrible. It was ranked a C by ESPN. I think Triple H is seeing like we have this new partnership with ESPN and we have to figure this out. And then Crown Jewel happens, and Crown Jewel was decent. It was not a bad show by any means. I did a reaction here to for you guys, but definitely not a bad show. It seemed like we're going a step in the right direction. But the SmackDown before that, and then Raw, and then SmackDown, and now Raw tonight, something's going on. I think Triple H is using his burner phone and he's changing stuff because he's seeing what we're all saying, and something's going on. So we all question like Nakamura, his last run, right? And how kind of it was okay. I like the Japanese like vignettes where there's subtitles. I was digging that. But they did nothing special with him. He defended the title like twice in 80 days. And it was when he won it and then when he lost it. But now all of a sudden, like, he comes out for the open challenge a couple weeks ago and it's babyface Nakamura again. Like, oh, this is a refreshing thing. Like, we like Nakamura this way. They're doing something meaningful, putting him back in a title picture. Obviously, the MFTs broke that up, but that was like one change where I'm like, usually the last couple of years, they would have just shoved him back out there in that shtick that we didn't like. So that was, for me, I noticed like, okay, giving us back like, okay, Nakamura is this baby face again, back to his origins. And then the last man standing match, that was, I mean, now it should have been on Crown Jewel, but it was great storytelling. Zelina Vega now shifting over with Aleister Black, like that's going to add a lot of context to their storyline. It's really good. That's another nice change where it's like they didn't do anything with Zelina Vega anyway, so instead of just putting her in the catering department, put her with her husband and let him do something special. So we'll see. I hope it's not any hocus pocus stuff. I hope it's like straight up like they're just this kind of what Karrion Kross and Scarlett should have been in WWE before they didn't re-sign them. And then Crown Jewel happens, right? Now Seth gets hurt. I know that. We all know that he is now having surgery. Like, this is not a game anymore for him. It's not a fake. It's not a fake injury. He's really hurt. Instead of WWE and Triple H, I know what they would have done. Well, when Seth is gone, Braun and Braun can hold the fort down. And they can say, there may be another champion, but we're still division when Seth comes back. And they would have just been in limbo all the way to Seth came back. They pulled the trigger early. They had Braun turn on him. Bronson Reed sided with him, and Paul Heyman sided with him. So another nice change that we didn't go right back to, well, Braun and Braun got to wait until Seth come back now because we're not done with the story, because Triple H loves his long storytelling. He pulled the trigger. He made a change. And now we have a new dynamic on Raw, and we're going to see where that goes. It's really good. Then we have SmackDown this past Friday. Open challenge happens. Ilja Dragunov comes out. And I'm like, okay, this is amazing. Ilja Dragunov and Sami Zayn are going to burn the house down. No pun intended to Seth Rollins music, burn it down. But anyway. And they had a banger of a match, and my jaw drops when Ilja Dragunov wins the United States Championship. Side note, he's more jacked. He's bigger, and that nice tattoo he's got here, I don't know, it just looked a little bit more of an edgier Ilja Dragunov, and more, he's jacked, so he's a little bit more threatening than he was before. So I like that he took the time to bulk up too. But it was a great match, and he won the title. I couldn't believe it. So that's another change where it's like maybe we're actually going to do something with Sami Zayn. We took the title from him. Let's get Ilja Dragunov in a position where he should be as well, because he's a really good name in the industry. I gotta say though, I don't want the open challenge to go away. That's the best thing on SmackDown right now. Like, forget Cody Rhodes, forget all of it. I love the open challenge. I love the dynamic of you don't know who's going to come out. John Cena started it. It's awesome. Let Ilya just keep doing that, because it's really good, and it would be a good way to get him integrated in different things before you have to shove him into a storyline. So let him get his feet wet, work with some people, do the open challenge. Keep it simple. You're already making changes. Keep it simple. And on the same episode, how many of us, raise your hand? I see you, raise your hand. I did it too. I'm raising my hand. How many people said Cody Rhodes is boring as champion? I've said it because I think he is. I think that he's run his course as what he could do as a babyface champion. He started looking a little heelish against Drew McIntyre. Now, I'm not saying he's going to pull a heel turn, right? But he caused the DQ. He attacked Drew after the match. Like, if you look at it black and white, he was the heel here. He was tearing shit up. He attacked Drew McIntyre post match, hit him with the title to cause the DQ. It was nice to see a little bit more of an edge to Cody. That's what I want to see it with him as champion, is like having this battle of like, he always wants to do what's good, but he is willing to get his hands dirty and keep him like a tweener baby face. That's where I want to see Cody. Maybe not a full heel turn for a while, but don't be we've already lived this with John Cena in the 2010s, like the good guy coming out every week, and it got tiresome. I love John Cena, but it got tiresome in that time. Don't do that with Cody Rhodes, right? This is my opinion. If you don't like it, drop it in the comments. I don't care. I'm bringing you my opinion. This is my show. I'm bringing you my opinion. And then we get to Raw tonight. Instead of Triple H booking it cut and dry, well, Braun Breaker took out Seth, so it's going to be Braun versus CM Punk at Saturday Night Main Event for the title. Instead of blowing your wad on that match right away, okay, great. Braun and Braun aren't even in the Battle Royal to determine who's facing Punk. That was nice. That was a nice touch, because you did this to Seth. Why should you get rewarded to be in that match? That was nice. Very good touch. Having Paul Heyman tell them, like, because now he's the true Oracle. Because it didn't make sense with him and Seth there, because they're both good mouthpieces, and Paul kind of felt he just fell into the background. Now he can say, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, I know how to get you where you need to go. And he can be that consultant to them, and they can learn from him. That's where this story is going to really take off, is Paul Heyman being that figure to them and telling them, like, hey, I got Brock Lesnar to this first title reign, 434 days. I did this with the tribal chief. They did it by listening to me. And now they're like, okay, we got a lot to learn. That's awesome. That's how you should have started this. I do like where the Dominic Mysterio stories have been going. He's been being booked really good. Instead of falling into the whole Judgment Day thing of where they all don't defend titles, it's been a nice change that he's been having to defend like every week almost. So, again, just another nice touch that I noticed. Now, as much credit as I'm giving Triple H that there's been a lot of changes, not necessarily all these ones I mentioned are like really good. They're trending the right way. We're doing something different. That's what, at the end of the day, in every job I've worked at, I've always said, if you do the same thing and you fail, then you did nothing to help yourself. You are the reason that you failed. But if you can go to your boss and say, hey, I failed, but I tried this, and this differently, and that's going to help me gain insight to do this, and this better later, he's going to be happier with that response. So we are happier knowing that you may not be successful right now with booking, but you're changing things to get to there, which is great. But again, with all that said, all these positive things I'm talking about, we're going back to Jey Uso versus CM Punk at Saturday Night Main Event. It's like Jey Uso, LA Knight, CM Punk, Jimmy Uso. They've been in this cyclone with each other for months and like no culmination. So this is the Battle Royal. This would have been a perfect time to put someone else in that position. I mean, at the end of the day, we know Braun and Braun are most likely going to get injected into this match at Saturday Night Main Event to interfere, maybe setting up a triple threat with Braun Breaker later. I don't know what they're going to do, But why not? Why not have Rusev win here? I mean, I know he's in a story with Dom, but he just lost to Dom earlier in the night, and Penta came out to set up his next match with Dom. So unless you're going to do a triple threat there, why not just have Rusev in that match? Give him a little bit of shine. CM Punk is probably going to win this title anyway. I don't see Jay getting it unless their story is Jay's doing this because Jimmy's going to interfere. Maybe they're still doing the turmoil between them. I don't know, but this is where it comes in where it's good that I don't know what's going to happen, but I wish they would have went a different route and gave a different person that opportunity. This was your one shot to give some rub to someone else. Sheamus is established. Why couldn't Sheamus face CM Punk at Saturday Night Main Event? That would have been something completely different that I would have been here for. But Jey Uso is just still getting title shots, even though he's in this tag team, rivalry with Jimmy. I don't know what they got cooking here, but they should be working on like Jay wanting to be the guy, and he's got to work with Jimmy, and they go after the tag titles. That's what should be happening, but Jay's back in the title picture again. So again, unless it's to further the storyline with him and Jimmy Uso, maybe Jimmy interferes by mistake and costs him the match. I really hope Braun and Braun don't interfere in that match, just because it is too, now that they've taken the back seat a little bit, don't just rush him back in there, because Braun Breaker shouldn't be in the title picture for a couple months. Royal Rumble's coming up. He could win the Royal Rumble, take on CM Punk at Mania. We don't know, right? But again, I just wanted to come on, talk to you, relaxed conversation. There's been some good changes. I don't know if it's because ESPN gave them that review at WrestlePalooza and that kickstarted their brain to start changing things slowly since then. I don't know. It's worth watching now. Like Raw and SmackDown don't feel like filler. Like I feel like I have to watch it or I'm going to miss something. Like Ilya Dragunov won the title. I would have missed a title change. I would have missed Braun Breaker turning on Seth Rollins. I mean, the last big episode we did, I said that it felt like filler and I should just wait till the PLEs. No filler the last few weeks. It's been pretty good television. I got to admit it. So if you agree, like I say every week, drop it in the comments below. And if you don't agree, let's hash it out in the comments below and see where we disagree and all that good stuff. So again, follow us, like us, subscribe, all the good stuff. Hit the notification bell so you know when we drop new videos. And again, I appreciate all the support. We will see you. I'm trying to do the Jey Uso. We'll see you on the next one.